Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today, this video is inspired by the yucky weather today, but no. This video is for anyone who is curious about, there's all this talk about shifting mindsets, and we can call it, some people call it positive thinking, or the law of attraction, or however you want to, whatever label you want to put on it. If you've tried it and you didn't see any results, or you're curious about it, this video is for you. Hi, so my name is Sandy. So today I woke up and it's kind of dreary outside. It's raining but not raining. Anyway, I don't know if, so I'm technically in Green Bay today. So I don't know if the Packers lost last night or I have no idea, but it just seems like a really weird mood in Green Bay today. And I say that because driving is not easy. I lived here for a long time, and today driving is a challenge. So I don't know. And I slept good last night, so I don't know. I mean, my mind on things, but so I was just driving to Costco and the thought dawned on me because I wanted to go drop something off at the doctor's office. I physically take labs places because sometimes they just get lost. That's another long story that is not important to this topic, but, well, it kind of is actually. Because normally, if it's this challenging to drive, I want to get everything done as fast as possible and go home and hide. I don't know if anybody else feels like that when driving becomes a challenge, because I don't know. I kid you not, on the way to my first appointment, this guy is just like, I must have been thinking again. Maybe I'm thinking too much today. I don't know. But the guy in front of me has his hazards on after it took me a second to register this. I just thought it was his brake lights at first. So I don't know if that happened and that's why I didn't recognize it. But like, I'm in the middle and everybody's flying around me. So I'm like, how the heck am I going to get out of this? Thought it was a fluke. Okay, sure. I don't know if anybody else has had this situation happen, but like we're to like merge to like an ramp, and the only thing I can think of is that either the car was white, there's no snow, so I can't use that as an excuse, but the vehicle was white, so either in my brain I thought that it was gonna merge the other way, and they didn't, and I'm like, what's with this white truck? Thankfully, my Prius has very good brakes. So, stuff like that, or like, like the little things in life when you're driving that just usually work out. Today, they're just not so much. So here's the key takeaway and my point of this. I'm going to experiment with this whole putting in the right energy in the space, because I'm going to go home and I have to print one more order before I can go to the hospital and drop him off. But I'm going to go home right away, and I'm going after Costco, obviously. But I'm going to report back in this video on how it was. I'm going to have the intention that driving is going to be fantastic the rest of the day. That I can go take those orders to the hospital and have them totally fine without any other close calls. We're going to see if I can make that happen. I love doing these little experiments. So I'll be right back. Well, I made it. Yeah, I really super focused on, not focused, but I had the intention that I was going to be fine, that I could do all of the errands I wanted to run, regardless of what was happening. And the coolest thing that I noticed, so I wanted to give you this other takeaway, was there was other weird stuff that happened. There was this tractor that normally not on the high, I've never probably seen that. Yeah, not sure where that tractor was going. And there was another thing. Oh, I was still like, I don't know. There was this truck, it was weird. Anyway, the part that I thought was interesting was the fact that it's almost like I've been hearing this word collective unconsciousness or collective consciousness. And that's one of the things that I thought about after I just mentioned about the Packer game. Well, if the collective unconsciousness is all sad, I have no idea. I don't watch football, but usually that has been the case when I lived in Green Bay. That if the Packers lost, the collective unconsciousness just seemed off and crabbier than normal. But what I noticed is because I was aware of it and I was going to finish this video, was I could choose to not have my energy be a part of that. So it made me feel safer and more of an observer instead of a participant. So I thought that was kind of a cool thing. Even though the circumstances didn't change, it was still weird. I was more aware, and there was a lot of construction. I also think it has to do with the weather. It's December in Wisconsin. There's no snow. It's 40 some degrees out. I don't think people know what to do, or we're all trying to cram in as much as we can on a nice day. So that could be the other thing, because there was so much construction today just randomly. That was the other thing that was weird. And then I remembered that it was when I first drove to Green Bay, I'm like, oh well, they're just probably doing it quick because it's warm out. And I say 42 is warm out. It's warm out because it's gonna be 0 in a hot second. I think it was -4 on Saturday. So 42 is hot right now. So it was just so interesting to me. And that was the other thing I was thinking about too, was we're all like, not all on, but on those days like today, I think everybody is like on autopilot. And then if something interferes with autopilot, that's when people get upset and frustrated, or something else happens, or it's like a domino effect. So it was really fun. So I encourage you to experiment the next time you're having one of those days. Experiment, catch yourself and be like, okay, so I'm gonna still do what I wanted to do regardless of the collective consciousness or unconsciousness, and I'm just gonna be an observer, and I'm gonna see and not let that affect my energy. I hope that was helpful. I'll see you soon. Bye.